My name is Jackie Schertz. I was born and grew up in Brooklyn, New York. What else do you want to know? I lived there till I was 18, then I moved here to Rochester, and that was a big life change. I went to a deaf school, and at that time, it was an oral program, sign language band, but it's kind of ironic because my parents were deaf, and they sent me to an oral school, but my parents went to that school too, so anyway. Um, then I was mainstreamed to fifth grade. My parents noticed that I was kind of bored in school, so they took me out of the deaf school and put me in a hearing program. And it was just called a hearing school. It wasn't called immersion or mainstreaming or anything like that. So I went to the hearing school all through high school. And then at that time, I went to college, and I went here at RIT. Yeah. My family, both my parents are deaf. My sister is also deaf. Plus, I have extended family, step family, step brothers and sisters, and it's kind of complicated. But my immediate family, they're all deaf. My grandparents are hearing. Aunts, uncles, cousins, they're all hearing as well. So, my family now includes my husband, Rick. I don't have any children. So, we have a double income. So that's why we don't have any children. My work history is such a variety of things. I still really don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So after I graduated from here from RIT, I graduated from the social work program, and then later I went back to school again at RIT for a master's degree in human resources and development. I forgot what your question was again. Oh, it's my work. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So I graduated RIT with social work, and I was looking for a job and looking for a job. I wanted something here in Rochester. People saw me as a student, they didn't really see me as a professional yet. So I decided that I would move to somewhere else, get the experience, and then come back and they would see me as a different person or see me in a different way. So I became a coordinator for deaf adult services. It was a brand new program. It was really nice. I knew things that Rochester had, so I brought them to the new program, and I used some of those experiences and showed those people those. And then later, about 2.5 years later, I moved back here to Rochester, and they had a job almost the same as what I was doing there. So I moved back here to Rochester because this is where my friends were. I had a lot of friends in Rochester. So it was from Monroe County Hearing. It was really actually a bad name, but anyways. While I was working there, a wonderful opportunity came up for deaf audiences to use ASL classifiers, and they asked me to host that program. I don't have any TV background, I don't have anything like that, but they said it was just going to be one show. So the first show's topic was deaf women being a double challenge. And I'm deaf and I'm a woman, so I thought, okay, great. I'll be on a panel for this, and it'd be a participation program. So that was a wonderful experience that I had. And they asked me again, keep coming back next week, the week after, the week after. So people started calling me a deaf Oprah. But anyways, that was a wonderful experience. And that continued for probably 2.5 years. And then we lost money for that. But the concept was wonderful. But the cost to protect the people versus what they were earning, that was very expensive. So anyway, after that, then I started working as a drug and alcohol counselor. And I did that for 10 years, and I worked with the deaf for that. I felt kind of antsy, in that position. I really wanted something better. I liked health issues, but I really needed to start taking care of myself again. So I went back to work full time, and now I'm at my job here. I'm their practice coordinator, and I work with the students. I work with them the last year before they start interpreting out in the community. So, what have they learned in the classes? How are they going to apply that to real life? And that's really what my job is now, and I really enjoy that. So I think I'm in my 4th year here. Yeah, my 4th year, and I don't plan to leave anytime soon. My hobbies. I really enjoy coffee. If I could go back and do my education again, I think I would major in art because I really enjoy making crafts. And I really enjoy going to the art gallery here in Rochester. I really would like to enjoy giving tours around the museum and teach. Not really teach, but help people to understand the art and understand how they can develop their own artwork and develop some of that. I really enjoy doing that. Other things I enjoy walking. It's good for my mind. It's good for my body. It's good for my soul too, so I really enjoy that. Now I'm on a pause a little bit because I recently had surgery on my foot, so I can't really do walking, so I do miss that. Other than that, I think those are pretty much my hobbies. It's interesting. I've realized that I don't really use interpreters a lot because I work in an environment that everyone signs. We can just have direct communication. If I go to the doctor, I'll use an interpreter for that typically. Or if there's a special presentation where there's a hearing interpreter, I'll use it, or a hearing individual, then I'll use an interpreter. Social gatherings at the museum. If they're going to present about different things in the museum, I'll use an interpreter for that. Oh, and I forgot. I use VRS to call, make appointments, whatever reason I have to call or something. I use VRS. And I use interpreters for that, but with VRS, it's really a relay service. It's not very consistent. Sometimes they're good, sometimes I can't understand them, so I think my ideal interpreter, the best of the best would be someone who's very flexible with language, and they can use ASL-English because I really enjoy both languages. So someone who's flexible between the languages would really be my number one priority. Second, somebody who's ethical. Someone who's done their homework, And if you're going to ask me about attitude, I would say yes, it's very important. If I had a person who's very skilled interpreter but had a lousy attitude, but has compared with somebody who's an okay signer but has an absolutely wonderful attitude, I would prefer the person who has a wonderful attitude, because that person typically has respect for the language, respect for ASL, follow ethical behavior, and everything is incorporated into one. No problem. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.